good people, it's Mr. Jimmer. Welcome back to another beat breakdown video. So this week I'm slowing things a bit down. I'm going to make a deep, sad, emotional-ish type of rap beat today. So without further ado, let's get into it, my people.
Mr. Jimmer.
So starting this beat off, I know I wanted it to have some sort of vocal chop to be, you know, at the forefront of it. So then I found this little instrument called Glaze. It's quite new. So I loaded it into Maschine, and then I just played out some chords from it. So I'm working on a C harmonic minor, so I'm just gonna play that for you now. And then that repeats itself for the next 4 bar. With this vocal chop, it kind of comes with its own, let's say, backing instrumental, so to say. So you can go from A, which is completely just a vocal chop by itself, all the way to B. So I went mostly for A, so I can, you know, get the vocal chop out more. But then what I then did is then copy that again, and then I just went completely all the way to B, and just had the kind of like the instrument behind the vocal chop, but then I then turned that into a chord progression for the track. And then that repeats itself as well. Then after that, what I then did is I found another sound from Massive called Eternal. And then I then played in that same chord that I used for the vocal chop into this as well. So I'm going to play this on its own for you. And as well, that also repeats itself for the next 4 bar as well. So that was basically everything done for the melody. You know, with me, I don't like doing too much, overcomplicating the beat. I like to keep it simple, still do enough, but keep it simple, yeah? So I'm just gonna play you the whole melody all together now. And then that repeats itself again. So you see what I mean about this week, or slowing it down a bit. It's more of that deep storytelling type of rap beat that we're working on today. So after this, it was now time to then place in the drums, yeah? So starting off, you know, like I always say, I like to start off with my hi-hats, because I feel like with the hi-hats, it kind of sets the pace for everything else. So sometimes I'll start off with a lot of hi-hats, but then as I'm adding other instruments into it, I'll start taking off some of the hi-hats, maybe adding some other bits, you know what I mean, just to make sure everything fits in properly. So you can see that's very low, and it's panned a bit to the left, yeah. So that's my close hi-hat. After the close hi-hats, I then went in for my open hi-hats. So after the open hi-hats, I then went in for my snare. And one thing I really like about programming my drums, even my keys and my chord on the MK3, just it makes everything so much more easier, and it just brings everything to life rather than just, you know, keep, you know, putting in the little kick or whatever on the piano roll, which I used to do before I had this. So now I always do all my arranging and everything on my machine, and then I move everything into FL. So right now I haven't arranged everything, so everything is still on machine, but I just really like using machine with the MK3, especially when programming in your drums, man. You could just do everything live, and it's just, yeah, it's amazing. Anyway, after that, I put in my snare. So following the snare, I then decided to put in my kick, because right now I was already starting to get the vibe of exactly how I want everything to sound, you know, especially with the melody. So what I'm gonna do, once I finish programming in the drums, what I'll do is I'll play it with the melody, and then I'll show you something else I also did at the end as well. So I'm just gonna play it with the kick now. So after the kick, I then decided to add, just to start adding some more elements to it now, just to give it a bit more character as well. So what I did is I added a snap. So you can hear that the snap comes in 4 times during the whole 8 bar. And then that comes in again in the next 4 bar. So what I wanted to also do is, a lot of the times when I make beats, I like to add, for example, like a crash at the start, but it depends on the type of beat I'm making. Because this is more of a type of, you know, like a slow, deeper type of rap beat. What I then decided to add was something a bit different, and then you hear that at the start of the 8 bar. So I'm just gonna play that to you now. So at this point, after hearing it a few times, I decided to add like a shaker as well. I just wanted it to have a bit more to it as well. If you've got headphones, you know, if you're listening to it on speakers, you will notice that a lot of the things are already panned. So I've already started to level things out, panning certain things left and right. So that shaker is panned more to the right. So following the shaker, I then decided to add a tom. So after that, I decided to add some sort of perk as well, just to kind of, you know, offset everything as you're listening to it, especially if you've got headphones, good speakers, and you can literally hear all these little tiny details. It just makes the beat that much more interesting. Hopefully you can hear it. It's quite low, quite subtle behind everything else. So I'm going to play it now. So after this, I then decided to add a bass line to it. So I'm using Prism. So working on a C harmonic minor, I just decided to just listen to this, and I just basically just played everything as I was going, and then deleted some stuff, played it again, deleted it, played it again until I had something right. So what I'm going to do, because it's quite low, is I'm going to play it by itself, and then what I'm going to then do after that, I'm going to play the whole drums plus the melody together, yeah? So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to play the melody and the main drums all together, yeah? So you can hear exactly how the beat's going to sound when everything is in playing at the same time. So after I had the main drums and the melody basically locked in, what I also did is I created an alternative drum pattern. So that way when I take everything and export everything into FL Studio, I have something else to work with as well. So for example, I might have, you know, like a bridge, or I might have a bit where things slow down a little bit. I might remove one of the, you know, the chord progression, one of the other sound from the melody, and I just want everything to sound a bit different. So what I then did is I changed the kick pattern a little bit, the snare. I also changed the close hi-hat. I kept the sweep in, I kept the bass line in, but then I deleted everything else. So yes, people, man, so that's basically the beat done. Basically the bare bones of the beat done. I'm most likely still gonna add some bits, take away some bits, especially when I'm arranging everything in FL. But for now, that's just the main bones of the beat done. So if you like this video, if you're liking the beat, just give me a thumbs up, drop a comment, tell me the best part of the beat that you like. If you're not really feeling it, think I can change something as well, just leave a comment, let me know what you think. Anyway, thank you for watching this video. I really appreciate you showing love and support, man. So if you like this video, why not share it on your social, why not tell your friend? And as well, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, don't forget to subscribe, yeah? I'll see you next week Monday for another beat breakdown video, and until then, look after yourself. Mr. Jimma out.